can send over an offer agreement. We don't have to accept it. Which I understand that you didn't even have to put that in our negotiating. Like you didn't even have to think about that. I know that, but once I started really asking the questions and got on the phone and really conversed about it, they changed their mind, and I got the price where I wanted it, and I got the price a month that I wanted, actually. So it all worked out in Yahweh's favor, man. For real.
Perfect.
You just have to stand. You got to stand on your square, man. You got to stand on your square. That's the main purpose of it, man.
Man, exactly. And I'm telling you, one of the reasons why they dropped the prices, they saw you were savvy. They saw you knew something. You know what I'm saying? They saw you were savvy. So once they see that you know something and you're going to go down that rabbit hole and dig and all that type of stuff, they like bump it. Let's just get it off our books for, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what's crazy about it, man? I had the agent that's over the property still. I told her, I was like, yo, I'll be down there the end of the week.
Right.
I told her I would be down there Friday, no later than 5 o'clock, and I was there Friday. Asked me if she showed up, man, to meet me there so we could go over anything or any of the documentations.
They didn't show up?
No, they didn't show up. I called multiple times, like, yo, I'm here. I sent emails. I'm here. No one even showed up, man. So it's like, yo, okay, I understand what's going on, but it's like, come on, man. Like, if I'm reaching out and telling you, I understand that I already signed the contract. I understand that this is the notations that you guys are expecting. This is what the requirements that I need to adjust about. Why you being the agent? Why wouldn't you meet me at the said property and the said time that I'm telling you that I'm coming?
Yeah,
a
lot of them like that. A lot of them, they just snoozy like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But I do have pictures, and I definitely will share it with the group.
So they sent over the contract via email? And
yeah, they sent it via email. They said I had 30 days to return it and do what I needed to do with the trust and all of that goodness.
Okay, all right, cool. And when you printed out your contract, right?
Yeah. I printed off seven copies of it.
And that's another thing I mean to tell y'all. You have 7 copies. Immediately print out your contracts when you get your contracts, because especially after you read your contracts and everything look perfectly the way you want it to be, immediately print out your contract, because you don't want anybody, even though you can't, but if it's a contract to where it's a file attached to it on the inside and they could change it on their end, you don't want them to go back and change anything. You know what I'm saying? So make sure the contract that you agreed to, you print that out. Okay? But none of the ones that I deal with do anything scammy like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just proper business to whatever contract you get and you see and you agree to, whatever final contract, you print that out immediately. You know what I'm saying? Especially after you sign it and they sign it, you print that out immediately and be like, hey, this is a contract. If anything ever happens, you can always say, hey, this is a contract I agreed to. I don't know what that contract is about. Just hypothetically, if they change it on their end, you know what I'm saying? Always have like an original contract. Don't just leave the contract in the email like, oh, it's always in my email if I want to print it out. Don't do that. Okay. On top of it, a lot of times the contracts will expire if they use something like what do they call it? DuraSign. What's that thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. No, I use it all the time. Can't even DuraSign. What's that thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But DocuSign. I can't hear you over there. So basically what you have to do is make sure you get everything printed and signed and printed again. So even if you don't immediately print it, then sign it, make sure they sign it and print it again. Okay? Always, like, everything you do, always make sure that you're thinking 10 steps ahead. You're thinking the worst scenario. What if that happened? What if this happened? Let me make sure I do this type of thing. So long as you have that mindset, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight is mindset. Long as you have that mindset, you can't go wrong. You know, always think 10 steps ahead. Always, always, always 10, 20, 30 steps ahead. You know, business is business. Okay? You know, when we talk to people, you know, yeah, we buddy and we friend, but at the end of the day, business is business. Okay? Always remember that, guys. So dot your I's, cross your T's, print out your contracts. Khalil was telling us about the property he just bought from one of our companies that we buy from, and he got a great deal. He negotiated what, like $10,000, $13,000 off.
Yeah,
Then,
man. That's wonderful. I swear. It's very wonderful.
Yeah. Then he negotiated the down payment to the way he wanted, like everything. So yeah, he's gonna set up his trust and get them to put the property in his trust name and everything like that. So he's rolling. Yeah, it's true. So everybody, pretty much everybody either got land in a group or working on about to get some land. Everybody rolling in here. Yeah, I love it, y'all. What we got to do now, y'all, is we gonna get into tonight's class, and we are gonna talk about some very important things. Like, I'm gonna just start a video of what I wanted you guys to see, and let me see here. I'm trying to. I think I got. Okay. Why is this thing? This thing done switched up on me. Oh, they done changed the features. Okay. All right. There's Kirby. All right, so we are gonna start sharing, and we are gonna talk about this right here. Extremely important.
5 things you must know before you enter the best.
Can y'all see in here?
The last one will make the change you want to happen. 1. Worrying is like paying a debt that you don't owe. If it is going to happen.
You can't hear it?
No, I can hear it. I was just responding to you. I said I could see it. I can hear it also.
Oh, you can. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I want to play this other video first.
To enter a state of heaven, first you need to seek heaven instead of the things. And heaven is nothing more than the state of consciousness where you desire nothing. That particular degree of calm, that bliss, that security, free from worry, stress, anxiety, hatred, and anger. A death to your worries, a death to your stress, a death to your judgment of others, a death to your dependency on this third dimensional realm. You must first seek the state of consciousness, and then all these things will be added onto you. The mistake that we make, we go after our ability to get those things, and these things are trapped within the third dimension around. So most people end up chasing an illusion. An illusion is another way of saying a trick. It's something that appears to be other than what it is. So we chase a trick. So we're trapped. Because if you're not first seeking the state of consciousness that you would be in upon attaining what it is that you want, you're playing the game of backwards. And you put the things first. And if you put the things first, you're never going to get the things, because the things exist in the realm of a delayed consciousness, which first means that your acquisition of that consciousness is the most important thing. To enter a state of heaven, first you need to seek heaven instead of the things. And heaven is nothing more than the state of consciousness where you...
Okay. He said to y'all know that Bible scripture that says, seek first the kingdom of heaven and all things shall be added, right?
Yes.
Okay. most people think of it in one way, like, seek the kingdom of heaven, meaning go to church, praise God, all that type of stuff. Most people think of it at that in that way. But the other way of thinking of it esoterically is actually the way Jesus said. Jesus said that worrying, who can solve any problems by worrying, right? Jesus said, have faith as a mustard seed. The lady, I forgot who it was, Mary Magdalene or somebody, said, if I could only touch the hem of his garment, I'll be healed. And she touched the hem of his garment and she was healed. And Jesus turned around and said, no, woman, thy faith made you whole. Like, you did it, not me, you did it, right? So when you think about all of these scriptures and you think about all of these things, basically it has to do with us. Like, the kingdom of heaven has to do with us. Faith, manifesting, being healed, all of this has to do with us and our faith. So what this brother here, Nero, what he's saying is that to even reach that state, you have to reach a certain humbleness. This video hit me because this is what happened to me, and everybody that I watch on YouTube, everybody that I know in real life that became successful, they all say the same exact thing. They were humbled right before they got successful. They were down to the point where they had no choice but to have faith. Like the lady that touched Jesus, the hem of Jesus' garment. They had no choice but to have faith. She had no choice but to say to herself, if I could just touch the hem of his garment. Right? Because a lot of times we try many doctors, we try many ways to reach whatever goal we're trying to reach. We try many jobs, we try many careers, we try many relationships, we try everything. And if you really think about your life, a lot of things don't really happen to you until you give up, until you say, Jesus, take the steering wheel, so to speak, right? I just have full faith in you, Lord. Until we get to that point where we stop thinking about the thing we want to actually manifest. In other words, we stop worrying about it. We stop worrying about, oh, when is God going to send me a perfect man, perfect woman? I'm lonely. When is God going to send me some money, a perfect job? I'm such a hard worker. When am I going to get money? When am I going to finally buy a house, buy a home for my family? When am I going to bear children? When am I going to be healed from this disease or whatever? Instead of us worrying and thinking about all of that stuff, what the Bible, Jesus, and esoterically is being taught is to actually not think about these things, not worry about these things. What the Bible say? God knows what you want before what? You even ask. Right? But then it says, ask and it will be added unto you. Seek and ye shall find. So it's not really saying to give up, but just don't think about it and worry about it to the point where it's consuming you. You have to be like a little child. You have to just imagine it. Okay? Like babies, young people, they imagine, they have imagination. And that's why they say you must have a vision board. What they do is they imagine it. They have imagination, but they don't sit around worrying about it. They don't sit around feeling sad and lonely because they don't have a man or woman in their life. They don't sit around feeling sad and lonely because they're homeless, living on somebody's couch. They don't feel sad and lonely because they don't have a car. They need a car. Like babies, if you think about it, a young person, a baby, under maybe 7 years old, they don't have a care in the world. They really don't. Like, they might cry and act a fool if they don't get candy or their favorite toy. But after they take a nap, and get up, they ain't worried about it no more. Or they get a little whooping, they ain't worried about it no more. You know, they really not sitting up there stressed about anything. But as adults, for some reason, we get older, we stress about everything. And what this brother's saying is that when you actually stop stressing about things is when you're going to manifest them. The minute you stop stressing about you don't have a car, you're going to manifest a car. The minute you stop stressing about you not making enough money on your job, you're going to get a better job or career or more money. The minute you stop stressing about, matter of fact, Khalid, you was going through a situation and now look at you. You know what I'm saying? You went and you got a job, you got your land. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is like months apart. But probably when you was in your situation, you was like, oh my God, I don't even know how I'm gonna get out of this one. I'm telling you, I know the feeling. That is my whole story. My whole story is I was living in my studio apartment. I got evicted. And something said to me, don't even worry about it. Live in your truck if you have to. Let your son stay with his mom. Do what you have to do. But something said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. When I stopped worrying about it, something came to me, you know what? Just buy some land. And look at me now. All because I did not worry about it. If I would have stressed and worry about it, I would have probably been making the wrong moves. I would have been stressing myself out to fix my credit. Like most people stress themselves out to fix their credit. Most people stress themselves out to whatever they need to do to fix their life, to go buy a house, stress themselves out to save money. Most people stress themselves out to do so many things, and you really not manifesting it faster or better. You're actually making things worse. You're actually raising your stress level, ruining your health. All these things are happening. You know, the creator of the balanced universe knows everything you need. Yes, we have to ask for it. And yes, we have freedom of will and we have to speak things into our existence, but don't do it in a way that you are stressing. Because if you do it in a way where you are stressing, you're actually not manifesting what your true desires. You're actually, that's why a lot of times you don't get your true desires, because yes, you're pushing hard for it and everything like that, but the energy you're sending out there with it is a stressful energy. It's an energy of you don't actually have it. But if you put a energy out there of, oh, I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? My dad gonna get me that. My mom gonna get me that, like a baby. I ain't even stressing it. Or like my daughter do. She put on a little puppy dog face. You know what I mean? If you just think of everything like literally you are a little child. If you literally have the mind of a little one, you just imagine it, you will have all your heart's desire. Literally everything I just sit back and imagine. I don't even stress about it. I just sit back and imagine and put my vision board up. And that's why I have a map of America in my room. And now it's in my trailer because I want land in every state. I already done mapped it out where I want it and everything. And I just keep envisioning it. And I'm not worried. I'm not stressed or anything about it. Okay, I'm not in competition with anyone to be the next gazillionaire. I'm not in competition with anyone to do this or do that. It's gonna happen for me when it happens. It doesn't matter when, where, or how. It just gonna happen, and in the most effortless, easiest way. Okay, ethical way. All of that, okay? And that's what I imagine. I imagine things coming to me easily, effortlessly. One of my affirmations is every minute of every day, millions of dollars come to me now, instantly, effortlessly, naturally, now. Okay? Now listen again.
To enter
Okay, you heard what he said? To enter the kingdom of heaven, first you need to seek heaven instead of the things. So don't even worry about the things. Just seek heaven. Now we have to figure out what is heaven. Heaven is a state of mind where you are not struggling. Like, you ever went on vacation or just laying in a bed after a long day's work and you like, oh my God, this feel like heaven. That is heaven. Heaven is when you have totally released your stress and you're at peace. That is heaven. That is heaven. Heaven, the kingdom of heaven is within you. That is heaven. When you're not stressed, that is heaven.
More than the state of consciousness where you desire nothing, that particular degree of calm.
It's a state of consciousness where you desire nothing because you already have everything. Because you have a degree of calmness.
That bliss, that security.
That bliss,
worry, stress,
security.
Anxiety, hatred, and anger. A death to your worries, a death to your stress, a death to your judgment of others, a death to your dependency on this third dimensional realm. You must first seek the state of consciousness, and then all these things will be added onto you. The mistake that we make, we go after our ability to get those things, and these things are trapped within these third dimensional
Y'all hear that? The mistake we make is we go after our ability to get these things. We go after our ability, so we start, oh, I'm gonna fix my credit, or I'm gonna work a second job, or I'm gonna go back to school and get a better education so I can make more money. Then we stressing because we working 2 jobs, going to 2 schools, going to school again, then gotta come home, feed our babies, pleasure our mates, cook, clean, pay bills. We're relying on our own self. We're relying on our ability instead of our faith. Imagine this. My whole life, I was taught to work, go to school. If you're not making enough money, go back to school, get a better education. If you're not making enough money, go back again. Okay. Become a manager, corporate job, all this type of stuff, right? That's the way you make it, buy a house, all this type of stuff. Everything I'm doing is total opposite of what I was taught. And I'm completely stress-free. And I'm making the same amount of money or more as a college graduate, somebody who's highly educated. As inflation goes up, I am happy. Yeah, I complain eggs are $10 a dozen, but part of me wish eggs was $30 a dozen, because all that means is real estate prices is also going up. And that $10,000 property is now $30,000. Okay, so while everybody else is stressing, got to go work a second job, get a higher education, learn AI, I'm sitting back, kicking my feet up and let my equity go up. It's so simple. It's right there in your face. Buy property, buy assets. It's right there in your face. It's not even anything rocket science. There's constant infomercials telling people to buy property. It's always in our face, but most people still, the American dream is to get an education, get a job, get more education, get another job, work 30 years, pay off your mortgage in 30 years. It's not to simply put your money in things that are going to keep up with inflation. And that's all you have to do. You want to keep up with inflation. You want to not worry about eggs is $10 a dozen. You want to worry about gas is not $5 a gallon. Buy grocery store stocks. Buy gasoline stocks. If gas is going up, your stock is going up. Buy the most important thing that gas come out of, food come out of, land. Buy some land. That is the one thing that If all else fails, you can live on your land. You can grow food on your land. You could put a storage business on your land. You could put an Airbnb business on your land. Even if the equity does not go up, even if the equity goes down. This is what they're not telling you, what they don't want you to know. Okay? When the stock market crashed, do you think that money just poof and disappear? They pull that money out and they put that money in real estate immediately. That is what they do. When the stock market crash, that money does not disappear, poof, out the thin air. Yes, the people that put their money in at the last minute before it crashed, they lost their money. But the people that had their money in there way before the crash, you know, at the peak and everything like that, they pulled their money out and they put it in land. This is what they don't tell you. That money don't just poof disappear. Those that are in the know, they pull their money out and they go buy land with it, and a lot of it. This is what they do. Okay? Then when they pull some more money together, they throw it back in the stock market and everybody start buying back the stock like crazy. And then once everybody done bought it up, boom, they pull their money out again and go buy some more land. This is the game. Okay? While you stressing, killing yourself, trying to work 2 jobs to buy a dozen eggs for $9.99, they're keeping up with the inflation by just buying assets. That's keeping up with the inflation. Why am I gonna sit there and fight a guy that's 10 feet taller than me and have fighting abilities out of this world? You know, why am I going to sit there for 10 years, build some type of Iron Man outfit, Iron Man suit to fight this gorilla of a man when I can just simply figure out how this man even became a gorilla, how this man even have this ability to fight, have these abilities to do what he do, and just copy that? Why am I going to fight against something when I can just copy that thing and have the same abilities? Y'all follow what I'm saying?
Bro, so most people end up chasing an illusion. An illusion is another way of saying
Most people end up chasing, and what you're chasing is an illusion.
What it is. So we chase a trick. So we're trapped. Because if you're not first seeking the state of consciousness that you would be in upon attaining what it is that you want, you're playing the game of backwards.
Okay, he's saying you have to seek first the consciousness, the mindset you would be in if you had what you want. So basically, if you already had the Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz, how would you feel? How would you walk around? Would you still be walking around sad and worried, or would you be walking around happy? When you pull up in your car, you have to literally pretend you're in your dream car. I don't care if it's a hoopty with 4 flat tires and no air condition. Pretend it's a Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz. I don't care if you're in the most toxic relationship. Pretend you're with the most perfect person you ever wanted to be in. Pretend. That's why they say fake it till you make it. You're faking it in your mind. Everything is mental. You're faking it in your mind. You're not faking it like take your last $100 and go buy a Gucci belt and pretend you're rich. That's not what the faking it till you make it means. That's not what it was intended for. Most people think fake it till you make it. Okay, I can't really afford this BMW, but I'm gonna buy it on payments and just act rich. That's not what it means. It means in your mind, trick your mind to make your mind think you already have it. And consciously act like you already have it. Consciously act like you already have the land, the property, the house that you want, the life that you want. Walk around with a smile on your face, happiness. Last class, I was talking to you guys at the end, and I was telling you guys, you know why I say I love you? Miss Annie and who else was in there? You remember what I said? I said, I tell you guys I love you because I want love. I want to always receive love. I'm always telling people around me that I love them. The reason why I do that is because when you tell somebody you love them, they almost have no choice but to tell you they love you back. They almost have no choice, because how can somebody say I love you genuinely and you feel that and you not say it back? And you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a weird thing. Like you're not saying I love you like, oh, I die for you. You know what I'm saying? But you're saying I love you like a person, you know, like a being. I love you like a fellow being. I love you that, you know, you're you. I love you for you, you know. That's what you're saying. It's nothing wrong with that. Versus, what if I say, okay, MFers, y'all have a good night, and I hope y'all dream about jumping off a bridge. If I say that to y'all would be like, what? Jump off a bridge? What is he talking about? Well, I hope you get hit by a car. You automatically, if somebody says something to you negative, you automatically gonna come back to them with something negative. That is how the universe works. You literally have to, that's why I say you literally have to put out positive energy to get positive energy back. If you put out negative energy, you are going to get negative energy back. This is why I'm constantly telling people it's all in your mind. You have to have the right mindset, positive mindset. When people start wanting to talk about the past and negativity and all of that type of stuff, you shut that down immediately. We're not even going there. We're not having no pity party around here. The past is the past. Leave it there. We are moving forward. We are being positive. Sometimes you have to shut your friends, family, everybody down or out. You have to write people off because they want to live in the past. And you're not trying to live in the past. You're trying to move forward and be positive. Because when you keep living in the past, who could tell me what happens when you keep living in the past? Literally, this is what's happening to most people. Why they keep repeating the past? Because they keep living in it. You keep living in the past. That's why you keep repeating the past. You're like, dang, why every dude I get with is like this? Because you keep repeating it. You keep talking about it. Why every woman I get with is like this? Because you keep repeating, you keep talking about it. Why I can't get a car? Why I can't get a home? Why I can't get a job? Why I can't live my life the way I want to live? Because you keep talking about your past. Stop talking about your past. Unless it's something positive about your past, literally stop talking about your past. Talk about it enough to get over the shit and then get over it and move on. Get over it. One of the reasons why a lot of people, especially so-called black people, are still suffering and enslaved is because they keep showing us slavery movies on TV. They keep showing us slavery movies. They keep showing us these ratchet drug dealer movies. Well, it's like the only thing black people do is sell drugs and kill each other. So it plays out in society. It's not society playing it out and they reacting it in the movies. No, they are programming it in the movies and society's acting it out. That is what's happening. Okay? I think T.I., he was talking about, oh, I rap about this stuff because it's real life. No, you rap about this stuff because it make you money. Be real about it. That's what sells and make you money. Okay? If rapping about lollipops and Fruit Loops sold and made you money, you'll be rapping about lollipop and Fruit Loops. You rap about that stuff because it makes you money. Be real. Okay? So literally, when you say positive things, like you could just go walking down the street, say, hey, brother, I love you. You know what, man? I don't even know you. I love you, bro. That person gonna smile for no reason. They just gonna smile. They're like, what? Oh, I love you too. You know what I'm saying? Try it. Just go down the street. Hey man, hey, what up? What up, bro? Hey bro, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And then do it another day and just walk down the street looking mad and mean. Like some people say I be looking mad and mean. And when people look at you, just shrug your shoulder. You're gonna see people shrug their shoulder back at you or look at you like you crazy back. You even tell some people, I can't stand people. People gonna look back at you and say, I can't stand you either. You are getting back the same energy you put out there. Y'all see these videos of people just randomly saying, here's money. Or randomly saying, hey, can I just give you a hug? Y'all seen those videos on the internet? And people just smile. There's this video, this dude, he just walks up to people, start holding their hand, and people look at him and smile. You would think people would snatch their hands from him, and some do, but for the most part, most people just look at him and smile and hold his hand back and walk with him. You're like, that's amazing. Because we're all interconnected already. We're all feeling the same thing, meaning that we all want love. We all want to be happy. So when somebody just walks up to you and holds your hand and show you love, that is something that is innate in us that we want. We accept it, even though it's a complete stranger. There's people with jobs that their whole job is to, there's this app or something where you can hire somebody to hold you or give you a hug. There's a whole app for that. You can literally hire somebody to come over. There's nothing sexual, and just, what do they call it? Spoon with you and hold you. Just give you love and tell you, I love you. Like this whole job's like that. Okay?
And you put the things first. And if you put the things first, you're never going to get the things, because the things exist in the realm of a delayed consciousness, which first means that your acquisition.
If you put the things first, you will never get them. You will never get them. This is why most people never get what they really desire. Because you're putting the thing first. Don't put the thing first. Put being calm, being peaceful, being out of struggle mode first. The best thing that happened to me was being homeless, living in my truck, because I didn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. I had no worries anymore. The best thing could happen to some of you is losing your car, is losing your house, is losing your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, because they're stressing you out. Your house payment is stressing you out. Your rent is stressing you out. Your car payment is stressing you out. Some of you, the best thing for you to do is to lose those things. What I really want to say is that is the best thing for you. Let me not even sugarcoat it. That is the best thing for you. That was the best thing for me. When I lost my place, that was the best thing ever happened to me. Everything that ever stressed me, that left me, but I felt like I needed it, the best thing was it leaving me. That's the best thing ever happened to me, because then I didn't have that stress anymore. And immediately after me not having that stress anymore, boom, I manifest something even better. I can't tell you how many times something was stressing me. I had my truck, I was working on it. I put like $4,500 in my truck. I fixed dang near everything, right? I gave up. When I gave up, somebody gave me like a almost new, like 5-year-old Infinity truck. Gave it to me, gave me the title and everything. Like literally, here's the truck, here's the title. It was amazing. I could not believe it. Gave it to me. Gave it to me. I could not believe it. And I literally met that person like a day, 2-3 days prior. And they said, dang, for real? I'm like, yeah, I've been working on this truck and this thing here. It just won't get right. They like, well, I got my truck sitting over there and, I got a new car. If you want, you can have it. And I'm like, huh? They're like, yeah, you could have it. Now I had a wreck because they had wrecked it out, but I think insurance paid for it, so they really didn't care that they was giving me like a $20,000 truck because they already got paid for it. That person gave it to me. Okay. Now some other things happened and I ended up giving it back to them and all that type of stuff. But this is what happens when you stop worrying. And I know some of y'all could identify and have stories like that too.
Of that consciousness is the most important thing. To enter a state of heaven, first you need to seek heaven instead of the things. And heaven is nothing more than the state of consciousness where you desire nothing. That particular degree of
heaven is nothing but a state of consciousness where you desire nothing. You desire nothing. When you come home from a long day work and you tired, all you want is what? Your bed. You don't desire nothing but your bed. You desire nothing. That is heaven. When you desire nothing, because you already have everything. You just want the simplest thing. That is heaven. That's why the Bible say be humble. Humble people don't desire anything.
Free from worry, stress, anxiety, hatred, and anger. And death to your worries, and death to your stress, and death to your judgment of others, and death to your dependency on this third dimensional realm. You must first seek the state of consciousness, and then all these things will be added on to you. The mistake that we make, we go after our ability to get those things, and these things are trapped within the third dimensional realm. So most people end up chasing an illusion. An illusion is another way of saying a trick. It's something that appears to be other than what it is. So we chase a trick. So we're trapped. Because if you're not first seeking the state of consciousness that you would be in upon attaining what it is that you want, you're playing the game of backwards. And you put the things first. And if you put the things first, you're never going to get the things, because the things exist in the realm of a delayed consciousness, which first means that your acquisition of that consciousness is the most important thing. To enter a state of heaven first, you...
Now let's watch this other video. This video is telling you five things.
5 things you must know before you enter the best part of your life. The last one will make the change you want to happen. 1. Worrying is like paying a debt that you don't owe. If it is going to happen, worrying won't change anything.
Worrying does not change anything. How many of y'all had rent to pay, mortgage to pay, a surgery to happen, a car note to pay, had to get up and go to their baby's school because they got in a fight, and worrying changed nothing? A relationship, bad relationship you was in, and worrying changed nothing.
And if it is not going to happen, there is nothing to worry about. 2. Don't be afraid of being alone. Be afraid of having the wrong people around you. That is true loneliness.
Don't be afraid of being alone. Be happy when you are alone. Feel like you just came from a hard day work and all you want is your bed when somebody leave you alone. Be happy that the toxicity is not in your life. Be happy about that. So don't worry about people not being in your life. Be glad people are not in your life, actually. Certain people.
3. Slow success builds character. Fast success builds ego. Don't try to make it fun.
It's true. When you build your success slowly, the things you had to go through to get there build you so much character that you have stories to tell. You have memories versus boom, you win the lottery, $100 million overnight. Only thing you're going to do, go buy a bunch of cars, clothes, everything you ever wanted, and build your ego up. You have no stories, no backstory, no nothing. You can't write no books about it, nothing. You're just going to blow, 9 times out of 10, blow the money and be broke again.
But rather try to make it right. 4. You only grow from failing. Success teaches you nothing. It is your mistake.
It's true. You only grow when you fail. When if you were successful, everything you did, you really wouldn't learn anything. That's why when your babies are born with gold spoons, these rich kids and stuff like that, they end up losing their family fortune. They say take one generation to build the wealth and 2 generations to lose it all. And by the 3rd or 4th generation, the family's in complete poverty again. Okay?
That defines you. 5. You will never be fooled by people's words if you read them by their actions. When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
When somebody say, "Oh, you're going to see the real me now." When somebody show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. When somebody tell you, "Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I never steal from you." But you see them take a candy bar out the store, that's a thief. That's a thief. They will steal from you. Okay? When somebody say, "Man, I never talk behind your back," but they talking to you about others behind their back, that's a backstabber. Don't believe what they say. Watch what they do.
If you've came this far, save this post and comment which one of these advice you didn't understand.
So y'all know every now and then I go through stuff like this because everything that we do revolves around our mindset. The reason why most people are not successful in life is not because of money. It's not because of making more money. It's not because of getting a higher education, better education. It's not because of the way they were brought up. It's not because they was brought up poor. It's not because they came from a poor family. Most people are not successful because of their mindset. This is the only reason. It's the only reason. Anybody successful and everybody successful will tell you it. When they change their mindset, their whole life change. When they change their mindset, their whole life change. You literally have to trick your mind and tell your mind you live in a mansion or wherever you want to live, or you live on 100,000 acres, whatever you want to live, or you have a tricked out pickup truck or Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, or this type of woman, that type of man. You literally have to trick your mind and tell your mind you already have it, and then it will manifest. Literally. It doesn't mean to go take your last $1,000 and go put down on a BMW and fake it till you make it. You fake it till you make it in your mind. It's a Jedi mind trick. You fake it till you make it in your mind. Okay? Everything is mental. When I literally lost my place, was sitting under a tree in my truck on some land in the park, and my mind told me, after trying to fix my credit, trying to do all this crazy stuff, because that was my first thing. I'm going to fix my credit, save some money. I'm going to buy a house. I'm not going to rent anymore. When I was at peace with everything started coming to me. I started to think clearly. You won't start to think clear until your mind is clear. When you are stressing about that bill, about that payment, when you're stressing about everything, you can't even think straight. You cannot even think straight. So everything you think of is literally going to make your problem worse. Everything you try to do, you need some money, so you're going to go rob somebody. You're going to go sell some drugs. You're going to go sell your body. Ain't that what most people do? Go prostitute, go sell drugs, go rob, steal. You're making your problem worse. So the best thing for you to do is to get yourself in a state of mind where you're not worried about your problem. Then the solution will come. That makes sense? So what I want you guys to do is to imagine your land. Imagine you on your land. Imagine yourself in your garden. at your house, your farmhouse, whatever type of house you want. Imagine yourself in your community. If you want to build a community on your land, imagine your babies or grandbabies. If you're buying the land for them, imagine everything you desire. Imagine it. Don't stress about it. You are going to manifest it faster. The tools, the people, the resources are going to come to you faster by simply imagining it. Okay? Not stressing about it, not struggling, nothing like that. Okay? Especially with me in you guys' corner, y'all see, especially those of you that already have land, what I have taught you, I know it's mind-blowing. You're like, I know most of you are like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I own this beautiful property and it was so simple. I know most of you cannot even believe it. I own all this property, all this land in this beautiful place, and it was so simple, and I had to put down so little money or whatever the situation is. I know most of you cannot even, you like, most of you probably would have never even figured it out, even if you was trying to figure it out, because you wouldn't even know what to figure out. Am I right about it? You know, because you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't even know the first thing to even try to figure out. You wouldn't even know the questions to ask. You know what I'm saying? But everything we ever want, everything we ever desired, it's out here. It is out here. It's literally out here, and it's simple to obtain it. But we the ones that worry, and because of the worriness make it harder to obtain. Literally, when you worry, it make it harder to obtain it. It won't come to you. When you stop worrying about it, it's going to come to you like overnight. That's why this lady, I never forget her name, Cynthia Stafford. She won $112 million in the lottery. She took her last $2. Look it up on YouTube, Cynthia Stafford. She took her last $2 and won the Powerball, $112 million. Her brother died, left her his 3 babies, and I think she had 2, so she had 5. And that night, she said she didn't worry. She took her last $2. She wasn't even worried if she lost her $2. And I'm not telling anybody to do this, but this is her story. She took her last $2. She bought a Powerball ticket. Some numbers came to her. She put the ticket under her pillow. She wasn't even worried. She laid down. She got back up. They said somebody won. She didn't even check the ticket. She did not even check the ticket. They said so somebody said, they said somebody won in this neighborhood because they knew somebody won in the neighborhood. Then they said, somebody won at the store. And she said, I bought my ticket at that store. Let me go check my ticket. When she checked her ticket, she's the one that won. This lady literally went from $0 broke as a joke with 5 babies to feed, don't know how she gonna feed them, to $112 million. Because she wasn't even worried. She was not sitting up all night waiting for the numbers to come in. She wasn't sitting by the TV waiting for the numbers to come in. She wasn't doing any of that. Okay? It's just like when you order your food from a restaurant. When you order your food from a restaurant, you look at the menu and you say, okay, I want this, this, and that. And then the waiter write it down and they go away. Are you worried? You have confidence the chef is going to make your food and bring it out. Now, if we hungry in struggle mode, because that's what struggle mode is, being hungry and anxious and anxiety, we sitting there twiddling our thumbs, somebody probably trying to talk to us, but we so hungry we can't even think about the person trying to talk to us and give us game on something, probably something gonna give us money, but we so hungry, we like, damn, what the food taking so long? You literally just ordered 2 seconds ago and you're talking about the food taking too long. And the food will never come, and when it does come, you're not gonna like it. Because you already put that energy of the food not coming out and all of that type of stuff. And it always, whenever I'm out with somebody and they start acting like that, like, damn, why the food taking so long? I'm like, damn, the food is going to come out so backwards. they're probably gonna make my food first and bring it out to me first, and they're gonna bring that person gonna bring them their food last, and it never fails. It never fails. Try it. Every time I go out to eat with somebody and they start acting up about the food taking too long or complaining about everything, their whole experience is trash. And my experience is wonderful. My food, I'm not worried. My food comes out first, and I have the best experience. I'm telling you, this is a fact. This is something you can try. You have to always think positive, be positive, not be in struggle mode, be as a little child, all of this type of stuff. I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. Any questions, any comments? Any questions, any comments? Anything from you guys? Anything real estate related, land related? Thank you for sharing your story with us, Khalil. Put pictures in a group of the land and everything, man, and your experience. Tell us about it in a group too, in a regular group. Tell us about it too. Hey, Colette. But yeah, you guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want to talk about? Congratulations to Miss Nadine too. She getting her Airbnb situation together and all that wonderful stuff. Hey, Colette.
Congratulations.
Yeah, everybody rolling, you know. Miss Annie and Mr. Edwards rolling. We getting them situated. Everybody rolling. Go ahead.
Thank you, everybody. I have to give him his flowers while he's here. Dragon taught me so much. It took me a while to get around to it. He had spilled so much good information, I was overwhelmed. He was like, Nadine, I wasn't working, I've been sick. He was like, Nadine, you could do tents, you could do this, you could do storage containers, you could rent, you could... My head was spinning because I was sick and I couldn't do it all at once. But I truly thank God for Dragon. He's been such an encouragement. It's nice to know somebody who's been there, done that, and he's successful at it, and he loves sharing with us. He's not gatekeeping. I encourage everybody to listen to what he's saying. He's a smart young man. God bless you, Dragon.
Thank you so much. I feel like I just got an Academy Award. I just want to thank God and thank Miss Nadine and all my fans. Wow, what a speech. God, I'm blushing. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Nadine. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, like, there's nothing complicated about this. It just, I don't know. It just, we've been programmed. Number one, and then when we do get this information, it's like it's a scam. You know what I'm saying? It's a scam. So you automatically attract scams to you. So you might have the right intention of buying land, owner financing, and all this stuff that we do, but because you automatically think it's a scam, guess what? You're gonna attract a mentor that's a scammer. You're going to attract a deal that was a scam deal. I know people that have bought land and it was a scam. And I'm like, in my mind, I already know you bought it as a scam because you, in your mind, you kept thinking it's a scam. You know, when you get in a relationship, you're like, oh, this person just going to be like the last one. Guess what? That person going to be just like the last one. You already putting it out there, the energy out there. You know what I'm saying? You already putting the energy out there. But you know, that's why one of the things when y'all come to class, I get y'all mind right. I tell y'all come in here, you gotta have the right mindset. Because I don't want anybody coming in here having a struggle mindset. I tell y'all, calm down. You're gonna get your land. You're gonna Airbnb it. You're gonna make money. Worst case scenario, you just live on your land in a daggone tent. Be free. Live like a dang hippie. You know what I mean? Calm down. That's the only way things are going to manifest to you, when you calm down. calm your anxiety. The worst thing is anxiety. You want to lose everything? Have anxiety. Anxiety is the killer. Anxiety is the goal, wealth, success killer. Struggle and anxiety. Struggle mode and anxiety. It is the wealth killer. Stress. It is the wealth killer. It is the wealth killer. It's not money. It's not having money. It's not having come from the right family. It's not being born so-called black. No, the wealth killer is them programming you to struggle, have anxiety. First of all, you're forced to complete 12 years of school, 12th grade, then you stressed out because you don't have money for your prom. You stressed out, you don't have money to buy a class ring, a yearbook. You stressed out because nobody want to date you in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things are stressing you out already, and you're not even 18, 19, 20 years old. So imagine when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you in the real world now, you find out what the real world is about. Okay, you work in a job and the job is treating you like crap and you got bills to pay. Okay, now imagine you got a baby on top of it. Okay, now imagine, the person you had a baby with ain't crap. You know what I'm saying? So as you live in, life is just getting more and more stressful. Okay? So you become trapped in stress. You become trapped in anxiety. You become trapped in struggle mode. And that's where they want you. And I'm telling you, just stop, drop, and roll. Roll with it. Just literally, I'm telling you, the best thing ever happened to me was I lost my apartment. The best thing ever happened to me was living in my truck. I got living in my truck after I saved up $350. 3 to 6, it was 3 months. 3 months later, I had $4,500 in my pocket. And I took off from there. Then took 700 of that, bought a Bitcoin. It went to 20,000 and dropped to 17,000. Boom, I had 17,000. I went from 0 to 17,000 probably less than a year. I'm talking about 17,000 clean cash. Bought a house with it. Bought more land with it. Oh, because I accepted my situation. I didn't say, oh, I'm going to take this money, save more money. You know what a lot of people would have did? A lot of people would have took them $350 and go fix their credit. Because that's what I did at first. I took money and went and fixed my credit. It didn't work. I put up more money. I said, you know what? I'm going to just buy some land. The idea came to me. Then the resources came to me. And that is what most people take $350 and do. Go fix their credit. And I'm telling you, take them $350, go buy you some land. Your land and your equity in your land will grow faster than your credit. It will grow faster than your credit. And when you get credit, and I'm not talking bad about credit, people forget, whatever you borrow, you have to pay it back. People think because they have 700, 800 credit score and they could borrow $100,000, $10,000, $30,000 that's free money. No, you are literally fixing your life to borrow money that you have to pay back with interest. And that money is not gaining you any equity unless you take that money and go buy an asset with it. So just take that money, period, and go buy an asset. Let that asset build equity, then pull that equity out and go buy what you want. Or let that asset make you money, like start an Airbnb or whatever, and then save that money and go buy what you want. By the time, if I'm in a race with somebody to go buy a Lamborghini, and the person said, oh, I'm going to just fix my credit in 2 years and I'll have enough credit to go buy a Lamborghini. In them 2 years, I'll say, okay, I'm going to go find me a $100,000 property. I'm going to go do a creative financing deal. I'm going to probably put down $0 to $1,000 out of my own pocket. And $1,000 probably only be to pay the title company. I'm gonna set up a business on that property, an Airbnb business, or renovate that property, and I'm gonna sell that property or make enough money from the Airbnb where in 2 years I will have $100,000 or enough money to go put down on that Lamborghini. Whereas in 2 years, I will have that Lamborghini paid off cash, still have my asset, while that person bought the Lamborghini, but now they got to pay the Lamborghini off with no asset. You get it? You get why it's better to go buy an asset with that money before you go buy the liability?
Yeah. Yes.
I know so many people that I've talked to, oh, I'm gonna just go fix my credit. And they haven't gotten anywhere. And in that time, I've probably bought 5 more properties, built more equity, and whatever goal they had, I could, if I want, I could pull my equity out and go buy it. Go buy it and give it to them. Equity, equity, equity. That's real money. But anyhow, I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. Any more questions? Any more comments? And thank you again, Miss Nadine. Thank you. Any more questions? Any more comments? I'm not gonna. Go ahead.
Can I stay on with you, or should I just call you because I need to speak with you?
Oh, just call me. And you know what, guys? Because Chris is not here. I was gonna say Chris and Keith not in here. I was gonna say let's have our meeting about the Florida property, but I'll talk in a group and see when everybody can talk about the Florida property for that project, or if everybody will be in next class, and then we'll have the meeting for the Florida project. Okay, but everything's on schedule. They're supposed to take the money out for that tomorrow, and everything is.
Is that something that we talked about?
Yeah, I'll talk to you, Colette. I'll talk to you about it, about what we got going on in Florida. Our project there, we building a subdivision. Yeah. But okay, guys, I love you guys, and that's it. That's all I got for you. Next class, Tuesday. All right. Yay, positivity. You're welcome, and I love you guys. Thank you for the love. Okay, call me Colette. Just call me regular. All right, y'all. Get in the mastermind, man. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. This is how we get down. All right. It's not just about real estate. You got to get your mind right. It's not about how much money you make, how much money you can make, how much education you have, how much education you can have, how good your credit is, how good your credit can be. It's in your mind. Think creatively. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Y'all know that song. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Be humble as a little child. Have faith as a mustard seed, and all will be added to you. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all will be added to you. It's all talking about the mind. Peace. I love you.